Comrades, we are going to industrialize. We are going to take land for industrialization. We are going to take land for proper settlement. We are going to take land for agriculture. We are going to take land for you, the unemployed, to create jobs for yourself, because you must not be employees. You must be your own bosses. We want you to be your own bosses. Comrades, South Africa by body corruption. There is corruption everywhere. That's why in the police, the generals are corrupt. How can a president steal money and put money of foreign currency in a mattress, in a sofa, and even sleep on top of money? When that person is reported to the police, he is not arrested. Why? It's because police are rotten to the core. It's because police are corrupt. We need to fight corruption fighters, because without succeeding in the fight against corruption, we will never achieve anything. Corruption is what made you unemployed. Corruption steals money that must buy medicine for HIV and AIDS. Corruption steals money that must go and give children feeding scheme. Corruption is the one that creates potholes because the roads are not quality as a result of corruption that is in government. Let's tell you, when we take over next year, Cyril Ramaphosa siyomopa uyayitshele Cyril Ramaphosa, because we sell our Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa romutsenya ka mo tronkong ka nko bifa ba tla bona gore ba etsang ka nko ya yona mo tronkong mo, because Ramaphosa ke le shodu o bolaile batho ba marikana ha tshwarwa, o tswile tšhelete ya South Africa ha tshwarwa, o robala godimo ga di-dollar ha tshwarwe. Ramaphosa is not above the law. Ramaphosa must go to jail whether they like it or not. Comrades, in the EFF, we support the LGBTQ plus community. There is no EFF that hates gays and lesbian and transgender and how people want to define themselves. Professor Lumumba's ideas are his own ideas. We don't agree with him. He's our brother. We can disagree with him in a respectful manner. But these clowns that go around saying they support the LGBTQ plus community, yet they support Ramaphosa, who hosted Museveni, who signed a law that is not progressive. Those people are pretentious. They must not be supported or even be listened to. Comrades, there is too much crime in South Africa because of corruption. We must arrest criminals. Ground forces, let's go and claim the streets from criminals. We cannot allow the criminals to take South Africa for themselves. We cannot allow the drug lords to take over South Africa. We cannot allow the Nyaupis to take over South Africa. You, the fighters of the revolution, go and claim the streets against criminals. When we take over this Gauteng next year, all those people who are hired by Panyaza, Barigiri Panya Panya, we are going to expel all of them because they were not properly hired. They are hired because they are members of the ANC. They are hired because they are campaigners of the ANC. Tell them your time is over. When you meet them in those oversized overalls, you must whisper in their ears, Upelile Baba, here's a EFF next year. Comrades, we want the people who have high walls to drop their high walls, to stay in peace and enjoy their beautiful gardens without being scared or being attacked by criminals. Our country cannot be a country of criminals. Bheki Cele has failed as a minister of police. Bheki Cele must step down with immediate effect because he has failed as a minister of police. Comrades, we are going to make sure that each and every police station has got police who are trained to deal with victims of rape and sexual abuse. We want police who will treat victims of rape with respect, and we want police stations that will have private rooms for victims of rape and sexual abuse, where confidentiality will be treated as a priority, not to humiliate the victims of rape in front of other people. They must be treated with respect because they are traumatized already. Comrades, we want free education, and we want a decolonized education, and we want it now. We want our children to go to Wits University free of charge. We want our children to go to UCT free of charge. We want our children to go to Turkeys free of charge. When we take over as the EFF, all of you who are unemployed and you don't have your results because you are owing the fees at school, you must know the day when we arrive in office, we are going to cancel all the debt and give your results free of charge. One, we don't want your money. We want your brain. Once your mind says, this child is bright, you have earned a seat in a university, it doesn't matter whether you have money or not. We want a child from a shack to go to the best of the best university because he's got the best brain, and that brain must be protected. Comrades, we are going to work with Cuba to establish a quality primary health care. We are going to make sure that in South Africa there are proper clinics, and those clinics have got the best equipment inside, and doctors visit people at home, not people visiting doctors at the clinic. The doctors of the government will do door to door to check your BP, to check your sugar level, to check your health, because that's what primary health care is about. The Cubans, we love them because they don't send soldiers in the world. They send life to the world by sending doctors to go and heal the sick in the world. Comrades, when we take over, all the informal settlement in Ikuruleni Tunga shall be formalized, and once we formalize them, we will give them water, we will give them electricity, we will build proper houses for our people all over Gauteng and all over South Africa. Comrades, Hammanskraal must get clean water. Every area in South Africa, in Guyana, in the Tsobotla, in Northwest, in the Eastern Cape, our people must get piped clean water. Without clean water, there is no life, because water is life. When you give people water, you are not doing them favor, you are giving them life. We need water, we need sanitation now. Comrades, we must make sure that we do proper sanitation and we give our people flushing toilet. To have a flushing toilet is not a status, it's a basic human right. If you are a human being, how feta ububia, how atshwanela ububona, bo tshwantse bo bone ke phoofolo. So we'll restore the dignity of our people. Traditional leaders, be rest assured, our leaders who are here, the kings and queens, you are not lost, you are in the right place. You must ask the Queen Mother of Bapedi, you must ask King Dalinjebo. Those are the friends of the EFF. They know the beauty of associating with the EFF. They know that EFF takes care of traditional leaders. We want all traditional leaders to be treated the same as the king of the Zulus. King Dalinjebo must be treated the same as the king of the Zulus. We want the Queen Mother of Bapedi to be treated the same as the king of the Zulus. We want the Bavenda king and all the kings in the Eastern Cape to be treated the same as the Zulu king. There is nothing wrong with what the Zulu king get. We are not saying take from the Zulu king. Continue supporting the Zulu king, but support all of them the same. Comrades, Eskom ke mathata. Motlakase mo South Africa ke mathata. Ba re dile di bari, they've made us fools. They gave us stage 6 and stage 8. We were living in darkness. The jobs were threatened. The electricity undermined the quality of life in South Africa. From there, from stage 8, they dropped us to stage 3. When they put us on stage 3, we behave like stage 3 is acceptable. That's mediocrity. We don't want load shedding in South Africa. We want a reliable electricity in South Africa. We want electricity that will be supplied to hospitals uninterrupted, to schools uninterrupted, to business uninterrupted. Only the EFF can protect the provision of electricity. Why? We are not opposed to just transition, but we are not going to close our coal power stations until just transition produce equivalent megawatts to the same power station you want us to close. We are not going to sell our coal to anyone. If you say we can't use coal, why do you take it and use it in your countries? No one must take coal from South Africa if they can't allow us to use coal. Comrades, we are in crisis. South Africa is in financial crisis, and therefore only an organization like the EFF can rescue this country. Comrade Deputy President, I want to thank and congratulate the Student Command. They are doing a brilliant work. They take university after university. They lead from the front. The President of the Student Command is with us here. He has been leading Sizofunda Genkani, Bayatanda Batandi. EFF Student Command has always provided life to the students in the university. I want to say to the Student Command, please remain radical, remain militant and uncompromising despite the temptations that arise around you. Don't compromise, students. Do not sleep with the management. Do not eat a bribe. Always support the crisis and the demands of the students. Student Command, please, you must not only do student politics, you must also pass. You are at the university because you are going to school. I don't want you to become permanent residents at the universities. Go in, study, and create another space for another African child. We don't want Student Command leaders who don't pass. Comrades, the people of the world, please be aware, EFF is your friend if you are part of the progressive forces of the world. Today we've got ambassadors here who have joined our celebrations. Yesterday we had a dinner with them when we told them without being ashamed that we are with the people of Palestine, we are with the people of Eswatini, we are with the people of Sahrawi, and we are not with Morocco, we are not with Israel, we are not with NATO, we are not with USA, because those are enemies of progress. Comrades, we want to make a call in Kenya, especially to Comrade Raila Odinga. Stop doing what you are doing. Do not disrupt Kenya. We need peace in Kenya. The President, William Ruto, was democratically elected in Kenya. I will not allow you to use the people of Kenya to destabilize the peace of Kenya. We say to President Mnangagwa, stop disrupting the peace of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is going to election. Allow the Zimbabweans to make their choice in a democratic manner without any form of intimidation. Comrades, we want peace in Ethiopia. We want peace in the DRC. Comrades, we want to make sure that BRICS is strengthened, and BRICS is an alternative to Europe and America. We are with President Putin, and we want to say to President Putin, it is not us South Africans who refused you from coming into the country. It is Ramaphosa, the coward Ramaphosa, who could not guarantee that we will not arrest Putin. We are Putin, and Putin is us, and we will never support imperialism against President Putin. Comrades, America is threatening us with African Growth and Opportunity Act that if we don't arrest Putin, they are going to take away AGOA. They can take away AGOA and leave us with our sovereignty and leave us with our foreign policy. We must have the capacity to take a decision of our own. We call on the President of the People's Republic of China, India and Brazil not to come to BRICS summit in solidarity with President Putin. They must say, you touch one of us, you touch all of us. Comrades, we need to be loyal to the discipline of our organization. Comrades, we must refuse to be part of the Commonwealth. There is nothing common about the Commonwealth except that we're all colonized by Britain. As a revolutionary party that is going to take over South Africa next year, we are going to leave the Commonwealth. We will not be dictated by IMF. will not be dictated by the World Bank, will be dictated to by the people of South Africa. We want to say to Commandant Fidel Castro that we stand with the Cubans and they remain an anchor of our struggle for socialism across the world. We need peace and to silence the guns in Mali, in Burkina Faso, in Sudan. We need to openly, as a glorious movement, say that another African must never enjoy seeing a blood of another African. What is happening in Eastern DRC is highly unacceptable, where more than 12,000 people are killed and the world is not saying anything. We need peace in the Eastern DRC. Comrades, we don't have to fight over expanding territories into Mozambique, into Central African Republic, into Congo Brazzaville, into Zambia, including infiltrating Benin, because Africa is one. Why do you want to extend your territory as a country? For what? Because we want one Africa with one currency, with one military, with one judiciary, with one president of the United Republic of Africa. We need Africa to be bigger in order to fight all of these people. African on African violence must stop and must stop now. Dictators who are scared of democracy, please stop your nonsense now. Stop killing fellow Africans. South Africa and Africa, let's resolve everything peacefully. Fellow fighters and revolutionaries, we want to thank all of those who have supported this glorious movement since its inception, and appreciate those who joined us after they saw that the EFF is the future. The door is not closed. Anyone who wants to join the EFF, you are more than welcome. This is your home. This is a home of all South Africans. Comrades, I want to thank all those who donated 100 cows. Legamuso, Dijodi Wona, Batoli announce Jali Elige, Aritza Mai Riklon Namo, Ripsine. Those who donated groceries, those who donated buses and transport, those who bought tables at the gala dinner, those who donated through SMSs and online donation, financing the revolution must continue beyond the 10th anniversary towards 2024. Let us continue to support this glorious movement of ours by any means necessary and show the devil that we will never stop no matter what they say about us. We will never accept criticism from those who are determined to distort. We will never accept direction from those who want to tell us who our enemies are and who our friends are. Fighters, we know our enemies, we know our own friends. Our loyalty to our people will account for all of this. Comrades, fellow fighters, I invite you to join me as we march into the future full of hope. I need sunglasses because the future looks bright. We are taking government in 2024. The EFF is going to be government, and when the EFF is in government, we are going to defeat poverty, we are going to defeat inequality, we are going to defeat unemployment, we are going to defeat crime, we are going to create quality houses, we are going to create clinics and hospitals, we are going to give you free education, we are going to fight corruption and lock up all councillors of the ANC who are giving people jobs in exchange for sex, because that's what they are doing in those municipalities. Fighters, me and you are going to defeat load shedding. Only the EFF can stop load shedding in South Africa. Let us go, fighters, forward towards the liberation of the masses of our people. Let us not get tired. Let us not retreat. Victory is certain. Once you guys get tired, once you guys become lazy, once you become reluctant to fight, you must know the enemy has won. I will never get tired. No one can make me tired. I march forward to the victory of our people. The revolution in South Africa is guaranteed that under the EFF, this country will be the better. Stand up, South Africa. Make sure that South Africa, you are counted with me. Rise, South Africa. Stand and make sure that our people understand that they need to be counted. You must be counted. You must be part of history. You must make sure that you are one of the people who are going to deliver economic freedom in our lifetime. Freedom in our lifetime. Amanda!